off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He'll do it himself. Makes his man miss. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting 1st downs.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I mean, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks that are also dynamic and can make plays in the run game and get me extra 1st downs, if I'm the Gators, I would do the exact same thing, whatever it takes.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll run play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Flips it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jess.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. The play action fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a crease. It's Ball. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll go back to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Harvey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the mids, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Keeps it on the draw. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And the Gators will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. Plows through the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
First and 10. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Mosley. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man coverage when they get up in your face and they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Hunt is in the air on 4th down. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will quickly use a timeout. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Gives it on the option. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. On the ground, it's Booth. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. To the air. It's Shapen. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Here's the pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way in deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a third and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Finds a man on the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Defense, defense, defense. No one is giving an inch, and the stats bear that out after 3. And this is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the 4th quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. Wants to throw again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Tight end now in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with the GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown, Mississippi State? with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Finally, we finally get some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3/4 of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Harvey. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job there by the defense, not forgetting about the fullback. He's not just a lead blocker. He can catch the ball in this offense, too. They were aware of that, and they were able to make the tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. And I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught behind the line. It's Sturdivant. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. The throw to the outside is complete. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.